Let's welcome in someone to get us excited about this. Former Coach of the Year, NBA champ Avery Johnson. Avery, one day away, we're going to go through the top 5 key matchups that you have for this NBA Finals. Game 1 tomorrow night in San Francisco, and arguably, probably the most important here, Steph Curry going up against Defensive Player of the Year and Marcus Smart.
Yeah, what a fun matchup, Amanda, to watch. Steph Curry, who's trying to get his first NBA Finals MVP. Kevin Durant got the last 2, so he wants to make a statement. And Steph Curry, he's another one of those guys that you have to guard when he gets out of his car. He's really a wizard at running the pick and roll. Here you see him with Draymond Green setting the pick and roll. And if you make a mistake and give him an open window on your pick and roll, his range extends so deep, he'll make you pay. So you can't give him any room. And then the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart, he has a way of making it feel like there's 6 defenders on the court for the Boston Celtics, the way he can play passing lanes. And he's got to fight over those screens and not give Steph Curry any space to operate. So this is a fun matchup that I'm looking forward to seeing.
I'm wondering, do you think it gets a little personal? Because remember, it was Marcus Smart who fell on Steph Curry's ankle, causing him to miss 12 games. Do you think we see a little animosity between these two?
Yes, and then Steve Kerr said it was a bad play. It was intentional. So I think there's going to be some animosity. Marcus Smart's not going to back down from anybody. I believe he's up for the challenge. But at the same time, Steph Curry's been here before. I don't think he's going to get rattled with any of the shenanigans from Marcus Smart. I think he's just going to be focused on trying to win another championship.
Steph Curry really is Mr. Cool sometimes. All right, the next matchup you're looking at, Klay Thompson going up against Jaylen Brown. Klay Thompson now with the 3rd most threes in NBA history in the postseason. How does Brown try to make him uncomfortable?
Yeah, and what a story, Amanda, with Klay Thompson. You know, missing 2 years in a row, and now he's back in the NBA Finals with that quick release, best backcourt shooting in the history of the league with he and Steph Curry. But again, with Brown, he's got to really do a good job of fighting over screens or communicate the switch, because they do a really nice job of utilizing Klay Thompson off the ball, coming off screens, and then Brown, look at his positional defense here with no help, staying out on the pump fakes against Jimmy Butler. And his size, man, he's 6'7", 6'8", but boy, look at him when he extends his arms. He basically makes Jimmy Butler look miniature here in this situation. So this is another matchup with Brown. He does a great job of just staying up tight against his opponents and not falling for the bait on those pump fakes. And we know Klay Thompson is a shot fake specialist.
Got Andrew Wiggins versus Jason Tatum is one that you're keeping an eye on. We saw Wiggins versus Luka in the Western Conference Finals, and he finally admitted after Game 5, he's like, look, I was really tired. That was exhausting. Jason Tatum, Luka, look, they're very different. It's still a huge challenge, though. And we also want to keep in mind, Jason Tatum, 77 turnovers this postseason. That's the most out of anyone.
Yeah, man, this is going to be like a heavyweight fight here between those guys. When you look at, the job that Wiggins has done in the playoffs, and he always draws the toughest offensive assignment in terms of the guys that he's matching up with. So with Jason Tatum, he's a guy that is a little bit turnover prone. There's been a few quarters where he's had 6 turnovers in the quarter. But what I love about Wiggins, on the ball, off the ball, he's always in the play. He's always making it difficult. He gets loose balls, and then he gets out in transition. But Tatum is just a really incredible shot maker. Can you believe the trade that the Boston Celtics made with the Brooklyn Nets years ago, which now landed Brown and Tatum, 2 guys who can combine for 60 or 70 points at any given time in the game. But I think the key for Tatum is to take care of the basketball, because those same turnovers that they had against the Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors are going to significantly make them pay if he doesn't do a good job of ball security, especially against Wiggins.
Going through the top 5 matchups here in the NBA Finals, let's go to our 4th one, Draymond Green versus Al Horford. And this is unique.
Yeah, just the greater elder statesman in this situation. 2 guys who understand who they are. They don't really have an identity crisis. Draymond Green does a nice job, especially when Golden State downsizes. and they utilize it at that 0.5 position. But Draymond Green is a ball mover, and then he'll surprise you with those drives to the basket. We know Golden State plays much better in terms of outcome when he makes a three-point shot. But Al Horford, look at this block shot here. Coming from the weak side, if you're not in the defensive stance, if you don't have the right positioning, he's not going to be able to get there. So even though, he didn't make the shot on the other end and he won't get credit for it, but that break was initiated by Al Horford's unbelievable defending the rim, because you can't defend the rim. If you're not man ball. We used to always teach that when I coached. It's all about man and ball. It's not just about your man. It's where the ball is. He does a great job of following the ball.
Avery, the fifth matchup you're looking at, Jordan Poole going up against Derek White. Davion Mitchell recently was talking on a podcast about Jordan Poole and just had this huge praise for him. He goes, he's hard to guard because he's skinny. He knows how to change speeds. He goes, every time I think I got him down, he absolutely kills me. Tell me about this matchup.
Yeah, Jordan Poole. And here's a guy that was in the G League, and now he's playing on the big stage, and they calling him, the miniature Kevin Durant, being a third wheel with the Splash Brothers. He's been sensational. Derek White has had his moments. But when you look at Poole, his ball handling ability allows him to come off screens. Now he sets his feet for this open three. So Derek White must know where he is at all times. This guy is the third Splash Brother. And then Derek White does a really nice job, again, similar to Al Horford, knowing, how to play on the weak side. Here he is in this situation with Oladipo. He knows how to close out, take away the middle. He probably learned that playing with the Spurs because Coach Popovich and the Spurs has always been a no middle drive penetration team. So great anticipation there. White, he's going to need to make some threes to really continue to open that floor for Brown and Teague to operate. So this move of guys coming off the bench, this is going to be sensational. That's why I'm so excited about this series. I'm here in San Francisco. I can't wait to get to the Chase Center and cover it for CBS Sports HQ.
And of course, Jordan Poole, when he was drafted, Warriors had one of their worst seasons in NBA history. Talk about a quick turnaround, though, which is exactly what this Warriors team said they were going to do. All right, Avery Johnson, you're going to be there. You're in the Bay. Give us your pick to win.
My pick to win, Amanda, Golden State Warriors. They're going to win this series in 6 games. I just think their experience, I think their shooting ability, the Boston Celtics, and I said this, and throughout the playoffs, there's not another team with this type of offensive versatility in the NBA than the Golden State Warriors. They can play the traditional pick and roll game, but the screening action, the back cuts, the dribble handoffs, and then defensively, they have a really good little system in terms of how they cover for Steph Curry with not baiting him to be in defensive situations. They have a box and one. They have a 2-3, couple of different and 3-2 zones. So Steve Kerr does a really nice job. Experience of Steve Kerr, experience and leadership of Draymond Green. Draymond Green not only gets a gold medal from last summer in the Olympics, he gets an NBA Finals, another NBA Finals championship, and this will be Steph Curry's first NBA Finals MVP.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.